All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video. Brian Baldinger talking about Brock Purdy, and I want to dig deep into this and talk a little bit about what Baldy found. And of course, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle. The best barbecue in all of Northern California is Pig and a Pickle. There are two locations, Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out, and they do run out, so get there early. Go say hi to Damon and Mary, get some brisket. Tell them that Krug sent you. And, of course, this live stream is brought to you by Better, the official daily fantasy sponsor of the Krug Show. Use Better to make daily fantasy lineups and win real money. I've done it. Download the app below. Make sure you use the promo code Niners to get that first deposit matched up to $200. And also, everybody who does this enters into a drawing to automatically win a 49er jersey of your choice. Your number, your name, your size. So you get to pick that if you sign up. Once again, use that promo code Niners and get your first deposit matched up to $200. All right, Brian Baldinger is one of my favorite guys. We had Baldy on the show during the playoffs. Great guy, phenomenal analyst of football, former NFL offensive lineman, and he did a couple videos this week on Brock Purdy. Let's play you the first one here. Here he is talking about, Brock in the red zone on this throw to Kittle as he analyzes this play. Here's a little bit of Baldy.
Let's see what Brock Purdy sees here on the second touchdown to George Kittle right here, lined up next to Trent Williams. He's going to drop back. He's going to look right, all right, get that defender to move right there. Then he's coming back over here. And the anticipation right now to release this ball to beat both safeties, Jenkins and Love right there. Perfect. Jenkins all over him. Love is coming. If it's off by 6 inches in any direction, that ain't a touchdown. That's a great throw by Brock Purdy.
So there you go. That was Brian Baldinger kind of breaking down Brock Purdy in the red zone a little bit. And the thing that jumps out is the accuracy. We can talk about a million different things, but if you're not accurate, at the end of the day, you're not going to be a great quarterback. You have to be able to put the ball where you want to put it. The late Dwight Clark used to joke with me about how, and he wasn't even joking, he was being serious, that Joe Montana literally would ask him, hey, DC, should I put it on the 8 or should I put it on the 7? I mean, think about that for a second. Your quarterback's telling you, do I put it, 8 inches this direction or 10 inches that direction? I mean, that's almost unthinkable. We're talking about sometimes 20, 25 yards down the field, maybe longer. That's how accurate Joe is. And that is why Brock Purdy is, at his core, really, really special. He could process and be smart and be athletic, but if he wasn't accurate and the ball sailed all the time, his completion percentage is down. He's not completing as many passes. He's not as successful. Errant passes lead to interceptions. Falling behind on the sticks leads to sacks. I mean, his accuracy is a big part of the game for him. And if you watch that Seattle game again, Brock Purdy threw dime after dime after dime after dime. It was amazing. His accuracy, I think, at his core is maybe his most special trait. But let's hear from from Baldy again on Purdy, because he talks a little bit about, the total package, that Brock is the total package. Here's Baldy on Purdy, describing how he's, got many of the traits that you want in a quarterback.
Well, it was another 3-touchdown, no interception night for Brock Purdy in this throw. The first touchdown here to Kittle. Like, he's on Julian Love right here. Love sitting right on top of him where he wants to be. And the throw has to beat the coverage. Right there on the postage stamp in front of the pylon. Nice. Then you get this one right here. This one over the middle where he's going to look to the right, all right? And he's going to come back to Kittle, all right? Red zone success. They've struggled in the red zone. Look left, come back, and then fire this dart right here in the pocket to Kittle, all right? Excellent. But maybe one of his best attributes, and one that doesn't really get talked about enough, is his escapability. His ability just to extend drives, like this right here, coming out of the end zone and picking up yards over and over again. Like, this is 3rd and 2. Like, not many guys will step up, step back, and then outrun Jerome Baker for a first down. All right? He's averaging 5 yards a carry this year. Like, you watch this right here. He just wears the defense out. Look at this defensive line. they're gassed right there. Like he just wears them out. And then you just do this. Like sometimes you just got to take and go, okay, let's just see what I can do. Let's just try to create. And what you get right here is you get this defense right here where they're a Tampa 2, all right? You're going to see Dodson's going to run with Kittle down the middle. The safeties are expanding to the numbers. And what you have is you have a 3 deep, 4 underneath coverage. But what Purdy does right here is this is called the law of expanding angles. The longer he holds the ball, the more the defense expands. And now all of a sudden, there's Jawan Jennings just sitting wide open. And he finds him because his eyes are in the right place. Like right here, here comes Rayshon Jenkins. He's a free hitter, all right? You got to make a decision right now, all right? You beat the free hitter, then you double back. Now, the whole time, he's looking to throw. Will Debo get open? At some point, you just go, you know what? Just live for another down. Throw it away. Smart. And then sometimes you just escape to throw. Like this guy's ability just to constantly escape. All right? Keep his eyes up. Outrun. I mean, he's got a lot of Mahomes in him. I'm not comparing him to Patrick. But it's what Mahomes does. Just try to make this play. Try to extend it. His ability, extend plays to run, to move, to free up, wears defenses out.
So there you go, a little Brian Baldinger on Brock Purdy. And, you know, you saw in the first video, he's talking about accuracy. You saw in the second video, he's talking about mobility. You know, and the one thing about Brock Purdy is, you know, he's got mobility to move around the pocket. He's looking to keep his eyes, you know, posted down the field, trying to let his receivers free up. But, you know, Steve Young has said it, you know, in the current NFL, you know, sometimes they're going to give you a run lane. And if you're going to be a premier quarterback in this league, you got to take it. You have to be able to take the yards on the field that the defense is giving you. Sometimes they're air yards, sometimes they're ground yards. Sometimes it's the quarterback having to take off. Sometimes they're going to overload a side to you know, put an inordinate amount of pressure on a tackle or a tight end in pass protection. But to do that, you may have to leave a running lane on the other side of the field wide open. Well, if the quarterback can recognize the pressure early and know where the escape plan is, he can take off and run and burn you. There's a lot of teams that are going to play the Niners man-to-man this year because they feel like the 49ers don't have the speed to escape the man-to-man coverage. Well, what does that mean for Brock Purdy? That means that he's going to be throwing to receivers that are covered a lot. He's going to be throwing in sometimes very tight windows. He's going to have to throw with anticipation at times to get those big pass plays that he needs. And it also means that they're going to give him a number of run lanes throughout the course of the game, and it's incumbent upon him that he has to take it. He's got to take it and run. And he's done that expertly. And to me, in this last game against Seattle, he showed his mobility. His mobility is special. On that one play where he found JJ late in the down, terrific play. There was another ball where he found JJ late in the down in the middle of the field, and they ruled it a catch, and then the replay showed that JJ actually, Jawan had the ball kind of pressed against the turf. So that was an incompletion, but it was a great play by Brock to buy himself more time and to, you know, find the receiver who was kind of moving along with Brock. So Purdy's got the processing. He's very smart. He's got great passion for football. He loves the process of pro football, the film study, and all the things that go into being a great quarterback. So that's the first part. If you don't love that, you're not going to be good. But then he's accurate. He's on time. He's tough. And he's smart, you know, and the part about him I think that people will underestimate more than anything is the mobility. They don't think that he's going to run as well as he does. And so he consistently scoots away from rushers, kind of the way Patrick Mahomes does, because he just knows when to run, how to run, and when he takes off to run, you know, he jokes, but he knows that that's one of his great traits. He's got 1.54 was the Brock Purdy 10-yard split at the combine. Faster than CMC, faster than Debo. In 10 yards, if they had a 10-yard race between Christian McCaffrey, Debo Samuel, and Brock Purdy, the stats show that Brock Purdy would win that 10-yard race. So that's why you see Brock Purdy oftentimes using his mobility to spurt away from defensive linemen. And he'll get away and he'll make a play. So to me, I think Baldy's right on. And, is he accurate? Yeah. But the mobility is the part of Purdy's game that I think in today's modern game with all the great athletes, I think it's what makes him a top-tier quarterback. I don't think he would be, even though he's accurate and smart and tough, if he didn't have the escapability in this game, he wouldn't have near the value that he has. But because he's got that 1-5-4 10-yard split and he can sprint away from you almost at will, that mobility is impressive. Brock has averaged 4.5 yards a carry this year. So he's been really, really good. All right, that does it for us. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show. Thanks to Better for sponsoring this live stream, or this video, I should say. Download the app below. Make sure you use the promo code Niners to get your first deposit matched up to $200. We'll check who's at the door. And thanks for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.